President-elect. They'll be going up to the inaugural platform for this historic moment indeed. And three former presidents are there as well. Unfortunately, former President George H.W. Bush still in the hospital, unable to attend.
But right now there are six, or as of at noon or so, in about an hour, there will be six presidents, which I believe is a record, or ties the record for how many living presidents there are at the time. And you know, George H.W. Bush, we all wish him well and hope he gets better. But 5 out of 6 isn't bad for an inaugural event.
You know, as we're all sitting in this amazing scene, it really is remarkable. What an American experience. Obviously, we're very lucky that we get to.
There's the First Lady and Melania, the next First Lady of the United States, Melania Trump. There, right next to her, wearing the blue, the First Lady wearing the red.
Well, if you see it to your right, this is the ultimate American experience and image. You have the Supreme Court. You have, as you were saying, Jake, as many living presidents and first ladies who could come here. Former vice presidents, members of Congress. It really is remarkable, and you know, this kind of pomp and circumstance is more modern and more recent. But since coming in, they're kind of cheering. But since an amendment to the Constitution, the 20th Amendment, that made it on January 20th at 12 noon, the country has really expected to see this as an example. And looks like that's the president.
President Obama inside the Capitol.
They're both inside the
A lot of hands in the
Ladies and gentlemen, the children of Vice President-elect Pence.
Hello, everybody.
Are you going to reverse the immigration order in the next few days? That's right. Okay, look, Laura, we're moving.
So there we saw there's the Vice President, Joe Biden, and Dr. Joe Biden, and Mike Pence. You see him there, they're walking in. His wife is there as well. But earlier we saw the President-elect, so Roy Blunt, who's one of the inaugural chairs, the senator from Missouri, faced a tough re-election, but he got himself re-elected. And the speaker was there, Paul Ryan. All of the leaders of the House, the Democrat, Republican, the leaders of the Senate and the House, they are there for this important historic moment. And there you see Ivanka walking in, Jared Kushner, the family, the children. It's a moment on Gene or Eric Trump. Those are the four children. I'm curious, out there, the youngest son as well.
5 children, it's Baron too.
Baron's only 10 years old.
There's only one female.
But they are all there walking in. They will see their dad become the next president of the
Women and Air
United
Force
States.
there.
Most of 2016 was spent, first it was impossible that Donald Trump would be the President of the United States or even the Republican nominee. Then it was improbable that he would be the nominee of the President of the United States. Well, it is the Trump presidency now 55 minutes away from us as we watch the family come out to this ceremony on this remarkable day. And again, first you have the escorts bringing the family through the building, the soon-to-be former president, future president. Behind them is the procession of the King of War.
They're not used to any of this shit.
It's a remarkable thing to watch as the leaders of the Trump organization, the family, and there's so many questions again as to how this plays out, how important this family is to it inside the White House, as they take over the brand that made Donald Trump who he is today before he entered politics. Her role in the White House should never be understated. From office, she's a very trusted wife, as well as her husband. One of the many things that we'll learn as we go forward, how much the White House works.
Although Eric and Tom Jr. also, although their role for all of us, taking over the
What
family
the
business.
hell?
They did
I was choking
play a
a
role
woman like
during the
that.
transition.
You should see his husband. Oh wait, let's see.
And they certainly played a role during the campaign.
Oh yeah,
Both
absolutely.
of those sons, they were very, very important throughout the campaign, often appearing on television and giving speeches. It's once the president and the incoming president are introduced, this huge crowd that is gathered here up on Capitol Hill and on the Washington Mall, and you can see it's going on. You got a better view, John, than I do, but you see it's a very large crowd.
Eric Trump, Tiffany Trump, and Barron Trump, escorted by the Senate Majority Secretary Laura Dove and the House of Representatives Chief Administrative Officer Philip G. Kiko.
No, Trump only has 2 sons and 1 daughter.
I said, well, I thought, well, like, it's his daughter.
Maybe, I don't know. Hillary Clinton is so pissed right now.
Hillary, you're being
So mad.
He's kind of like, what are you doing? Back then. Do you have food in you?
This only happens every 4 years, so you gotta. It's like daylight savings time. Once every 8. Well, it happens every 4 years. I think all of them were his kids. It's unbelievable. I think that's the biggest thing.
There you see the children, the adult children, you see Ivanka Trump right in the middle of the screen, her husband, Jared Kushner, you see her younger brother, Barron, who is there as well, and her younger sister, Tiffany,
You're fired,
Eric,
guy.
and Don Jr., the other sons of Donald Trump, are there as well with their respective families. So this is a moment especially powerful for these children
Not bad looking.
and grandchildren who are there
Don't
as
tell
well
me that
of the
those
president
two.
elect
Like
of
his
the
sons,
United
little
States.
boy.
And we saw Eric Trump
Pretty good look.
surveying the crowd, and I'm not an expert lip
Look at that.
reader, but I believe he said
don't matter,
unbelievable,
because
just looking at the masses
Look at all those fucking
of humanity that stretch all the way from the
Yeah, it
Capitol
stretches from the Capitol all the way
to
down
Vermont.
to Washington Monument.
Huge crowd is gathered here, and I hate to say it, Dana, but fortunately the weather has cleared. It was drizzling a little bit earlier in the day, but fortunately it's good right now, not too cold. The sun is not out there, but it's definitely a lot better than it could have been that we have seen.
Absolutely, better than it was this morning when it was raining. But it's, I'm not going to say it. I'll let you say it. If it starts to rain, we can blame you.
Yeah.
You get an idea from that shot right there how much this sea of humanity has these red hats that make America great.
You still guys going? Yeah.
Throughout the crowd.
They've really come out in big numbers, John, to see this historic moment unfold here in the nation's capital.
And large crowds were a trademark of the Trump campaign. Even as recently as yesterday, he was talking about the crowds in the campaign. And it's going to be an interesting perspective for the president, soon to be president of the United States, to stand out and look at this, because this is his moment. This is all of Washington. It's an important moment for the country. And when Jake was reading Secretary Clinton's tweet moments ago about how important she thought it was to be here for the country, the world is watching when Donald Trump steps to that podium behind the presidential seal for the first time and looks out at this. This is his day and his moment as well. And just a remarkable turning of the page here in Washington. As I said, throughout most of the campaign year, even people on his own team, up until halfway through Election Day, didn't think we would be sitting at the Donald J. Trump inauguration as the 45th President of the United States.
And now that the Trump children have been announced, Mrs. Obama and Dr. Biden will be announced, followed by Mrs. Trump, Mrs. Pence, then President Obama,
They're
Vice
saying
President
earlier
Biden. Finally,
that
President-elect Trump will
Michelle
be
Obama
announced
was
to the
having a really
platform.
hard time.
Yeah. Look at that. That's fucking crazy.
from the crowd out there, USA, from the very impressive crowd that was gathered here out by Capitol Hill, out on the mall, all the way up to the Washington Monument, maybe even a little bit further up there as well. People have gathered, and they are about to have a moment that they will always remember when Donald Trump is sworn in as the 45th president of the United States. Jake, this is something that Donald Trump himself, probably until relatively recently, didn't anticipate would necessarily unfold.
I think he's spoken publicly about how nobody was more surprised on election night than he was. But here he is. He will take the oath of office. We're told he'll have, I believe, 2 Bibles with him: his family Bible and the Lincoln Bible. The Lincoln Bible was given to the Library of Congress by the Lincoln family, and it was one of the Bibles that Barack Obama used when he was inaugurated in 2013. He used 3 different Bibles. He used his family Bible, he used the Lincoln Bible, and he also used Martin Luther King's Bible. So it's not unusual to have more than 1 Bible for when you take the oath of office. Abraham Lincoln's Bible will be part of the ceremony again today. Just part of the rich history of this country and how much things change. John, inside the Lincoln Bible, there's a reference to the Supreme Court Justice Taney. The Supreme Court Justice Taney, one of the keynotes on the horrific Dred Scott decision, and then years later, you have Barack Obama putting his hand on that Bible in which Taney's name appears. Just shows you how things do change in this country, and yet there is always still this respect for history and those who came before.
And sometimes presidents open the Bible to a certain passage that they want to be open while they are.
There's some fucking car out here. Just wait. One sec.
What?
Some fucking black car with the...
If it's black or not.
Just drove away. What the fuck? That was weird. Here, turn this up.
Good news as well. When we wish Barbara Bush and George H.W. Bush on this big day in the country, we wish them the best as things go forward.
The announcements are about to take place of in this order, Mrs. Obama, Dr. Biden will be announced on the platform. Then Mrs. Trump and Mrs. Pence will be announced. Then President Obama, Vice President Biden.
I don't know.
It
It was some fucking, it was a Jeep with a little one of those siren things on the top. Like a yellow triangle siren.
That's the male person.
Stop your fucking shit.
I know, he bothers her.
Go! Get the fuck away.
With those.
No, but why would he be parked right here?
It's the male person. They have to see if they have any mail first.
Oh, alright, turn this up.
'Cause I saw him.
Go!
I saw him out there. I saw him out there.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, that's what I did.
What does he have feels, right?
Yeah. Here's Michelle Obama.
You do not look happy today.
There's a lot of people who want it. There's a majority of people.
Yeah, she started this program when her husband was in office. Like a fat food program.
Oh yeah, I know.
Are they
And all
healthy?
all the fucking, one of my friends on Xbox Live, I was talking to him, and he was like, ever since fucking Michelle authorized that shit, all her food lunches taste like ass. There's like no taste. So it'll be
Katie, will you say that they're
You know, it's an important moment. I just want to point out that we take a look. There's the Energy Secretary nominee, Governor Perry, former governor of Texas. All the prospective cabinet members are there. They're up on the platform. They're getting ready to watch this historic moment unfold as well. And you can see that everybody shows up with their little cameras, with their iPhones. They're taking pictures.
So how much do you make?
It's
There's
special
Bernie
moment.
Sanders.
There's Bernie Sanders.
Which you would not survive in the White
Presidential
House.
candidate got close, Jake, but not close enough to get that Democratic nomination.
You know, there was some overlap ideologically between Sanders and Trump, both in terms of how the system is raised for the president.
Mrs. Michelle Obama and the wife of the Vice President, Dr. Jill Biden, escorted by the Democratic Staff Director of the United States Senate Committee on Rules and Administration, Kelly Fado, Miss Irish Weinshaw, and Mr. Paul Pelosi.
She's not.
You just go out and
This is fun.
I have to give up my fucking house.
My fucking house. I don't want nobody leaving it. I just want to hear his inauguration and then after that,
Can you give me a credit card? It's easier to. It's weird. It's easier
there's Hillary Clinton.
Oh,
And there's
okay.
George W. Bush. And there's Mr.
There you
fucking
see
Clinton.
the First Lady,
Two presidents.
and a former First
Oh,
Lady.
again, if I
Jill
went to the
Biden,
White House
they are
for
there
years,
as well
I'd be
with,
kind of upset to leave
CW.
myself.
This connection between
You realize
Clinton and
we
Michelle
lived to like
Obama,
90 years old.
I don't know what you know
Four,
about
eight,
the
12,
personal
16. We're all
connection, but
hip.
it
I'm
seems to have
23,
been pretty
so
good.
4, 5, 6, 7.
They became friendly, obviously, after even after having fought that hard battle for the Democratic nomination against one
By the time
another
I'm
in
50, I can go through 7
2007, 2008.
presidents. Or
It's worth pointing out, I think, that Michelle Obama really stepped outside the normal traditional First Lady role, and I think it's fair to say she campaigned harder for Hillary Clinton than she ever did for
No matter
Barack
what.
Obama.
By the time I
she
turn
really
50,
was on
there's
the
going to be
trail,
4 more presidents in
throwing
office.
some vaguely
We're going to be at
referenced
the
but
49th
clear
presidency by the time I turn
elbows
50.
in the way of the president-elect.
And you'll be like 40.
She worked her heart out for Hillary Clinton.
Especially after that Access Hollywood tape came out and Michelle Obama went to New Hampshire and gave a very emotional speech, essentially saying that she felt she had to do this to stand up for women in the campaign. And again, it's
That's
just
still
a
cool. Look at all those
reminder
fucking
that Michelle Obama, the current
There's-
president of the United
oh,
States, she said no.
you didn't see him, fucking, Harry
He
Truman
was
right there.
criticized him. He said he was unfit.
There's a
to be
six
commander-in-chief, and now today they will walk out together momentarily for their handout of power. It's what we do in America. We put campaigns behind us, even very, very bitter campaigns. But when you see the different faces, including Secretary Clinton, it's just remarkable.
I don't know who the fuck these ladies are.
We're not going to be seeing the introduction of Melania Trump and Mrs. Pence. They will be introduced to this crowd as well. There's
Here you
Mrs.
get
Pence and there's
escorted by it.
Melania Trump. Let's listen.
Weird.
Oh, there's Trump's wife.
How does he get a woman like that? Is it because of his money or what?
She was originally from Russia. She came over like 20 years ago. Look at her though. Damn.
She's very pretty, but I'm just wondering how he gets a woman like that.
It sucks having to be stuck in there, doesn't it? You can't even see it yourself.
I'm gonna order bride.
Pretty much. Let's take some more pictures from her back. Take some more photos from behind.
Okay, if I look like her, I married a wealthy man, okay, we might do but...
You realize those videos still going so they can hear us and all those videos.
I know. I don't care. How does he get a woman like that? Fuck!
It's worth billions.
That's probably why she stays.
It
So
was,
the introduction of Mrs. Trump and Mrs. Pence will be followed by President Obama and Vice President Biden, and the last introduction will, of course, be the President-elect himself, Donald Trump.
and the crowd here in Washington down the mall, the crowd stretches from here to the
Ladies and
to
gentlemen,
Washington.
Mrs. Melania Trump and Mrs. Carrie Pence, escorted by the Secretary of the Senate, Julie Adams, the Clerk of the House of Representatives, Karen Haas, Mrs. Abigail Blunt, Mrs. Jenna Ryan, the Honorable Elaine L. Chow, and Mrs. Julie McCarthy.
Honorable Sonia Wyman. Don't tell me you wouldn't like the attention. If you were her standing right there,
I would. So I'd be like, but the thing is, I'd be like, damn, all these motherfuckers are gonna be looking at me for the next 4 years.
be like, I get the president's dick.
She's like, I get the president, you don't get nothing.
There's Vice President.
Obama, I don't think you look too happy.
Oh, yes, salute you. Can't do nothing.